Someone is very jealous of you because. Archangel Michael says, there is a fire burning in the shadows around your life, and it is not the fire of light but the fire of envy. A person close enough to know your name, close enough to observe your every step, has allowed jealousy to poison their heart. They watch you, they study you, and every time you rise, their bitterness grows deeper like a wound that refuses to heal. This message is not ordinary, and it must be spoken in detail, because what is happening around you has been carefully hidden. Someone is plotting not with honesty but with quiet jealousy, a jealousy that has grown so strong it is becoming dangerous. This is not a surface emotion, it is an obsession with your life, your success, your energy, and the way you are favored by heaven. As you sit in this moment, feel the words wrapping around you, for they are meant to open your eyes. What you are about to hear is not rumor, not distraction, but divine exposure of a hidden energy that must not be ignored. Every breath you take, every small victory you achieve, is pulling their envy tighter until it is about to explode into action. They whisper about you in rooms where your name is mentioned, not with admiration but with a heavy heart that carries jealousy like a weapon. They cannot understand why doors open for you, why blessings seem to follow you, and why you stand strong even in storms. This lack of understanding has created in them a dangerous hunger, to take what is yours, to spoil what you are building, to see you stumble where you are meant to stand tall. Type Amen 333 if you receive this blessing and protection right now. There is a reason this message had to reach you today. Their jealousy has gone beyond thought and into action, and their moves are beginning to align in ways you need to be prepared for. It may come through subtle words, sudden arguments, or even unexpected losses that are not natural but influenced by the negative energy they carry. The heaviness around you in certain places is not accidental, it is because jealousy follows like a shadow. They want what you have, but they do not want the cost, the sacrifice, or the purity of heart it requires to carry it. Instead, they attempt to break you down, thinking if they can destroy your stability, your favor will fall into their hands. Archangel Michael says, their jealousy is not more powerful than your protection. But you must be aware of it, for what you do not see can wound you, and what you ignore can grow until it overwhelms. This is why the veil is being lifted, so that you may understand and guard yourself against their schemes. Their conversations about you are not innocent. They are laced with bitterness, comparisons, and attempts to paint you as less than what you are. What you must remember is that jealousy cannot create, it can only imitate, distort, and try to steal what it does not own. Type Amen 444 if you are claiming divine clarity right now. They do not show their true face in front of you. In your presence, they may smile, they may even pretend to care, but behind closed doors, they speak a different language. Their heart boils when you step into a room, when you succeed, when you are recognized, when others speak highly of you. This is not just human emotion, it has become spiritual warfare. Jealousy carries a force that attracts negative energies, and when left unchecked, it draws in darkness that can sabotage what is good. This person has invited that darkness unknowingly, because their obsession with your light has created a channel for it. Archangel Michael says, you are shielded, but shielding does not mean blindness. Shielding means you are protected when you stay alert, when you stand in wisdom, when you move with discernment. That is why you are being warned today, because you are stepping into a season where their jealousy will push them into bold actions. Type Amen 555 if you believe protection is surrounding you right now. They watch what you wear, they study who you meet, they keep track of your progress, not because they admire you, but because they cannot stand that you have what they do not. Every smile you carry, every achievement you touch, reminds them of their own emptiness. And instead of fixing their path, they want to pull you down to their level. This is why strange delays, sudden conflicts, and unexpected resistance may have been appearing in your life. It is not by chance, it is fueled by the jealous energy sent your way. The good news is that every jealous eye will be blinded, every envious hand will grow weak, and every secret plan against you will collapse when exposed to the light of heaven. Their jealousy is like a poison dripping into their own soul. What they do not realize is that the more they try to harm you, the more their own life will break. This is the justice that follows jealousy. It consumes the one who carries it while those chosen by heaven continue to rise higher. Type Amen 777 if you are ready for breakthrough and freedom from every jealous spirit. Their jealousy has reached a point where silence is no longer enough for them. They feel the urge to act, to do something that would finally make you feel small in the eyes of others. They are not content with just feeling envious, they want to see you broken. But heaven is already steps ahead of them, watching every detail of their plan. What they are plotting in the shadows is being uncovered before it even touches you. Their jealousy has blinded them, and in that blindness, they are walking straight into their own downfall. The intensity of their thoughts is like a storm swirling around them. They replay moments of your life in their mind, moments where you shined, where you were celebrated, and they feel like those victories should have been theirs. It torments them, night and day, to know that you carry something they cannot steal. Yet jealousy cannot create destiny, it only tries to imitate. And imitation always collapses, because it has no foundation of truth. The more they try to copy you, the more they fail, and their failure pushes them deeper into bitterness. Type Amen 111 if you are ready to see their schemes collapse in front of your eyes. You may have noticed that when something good happens for you, this person suddenly withdraws or becomes strangely silent. They cannot celebrate you, because to them, your victory is their defeat. And so they keep their distance, not because they don't care, but because your success burns them inside. Even when they try to fake happiness, their eyes betray them. The glance they give you is heavy, sharp, almost like a weight pressing against you. That is because their jealousy has turned into a weapon, and every look they give is loaded with silent curses. But what they fail to understand is this: no curse can break the shield that surrounds you. No jealous glance can undo what heaven has already stamped with favor. You are untouchable in the spirit, though they may try with all their strength to make you feel vulnerable. Archangel Michael says, "Your life is marked with protection, and jealousy will only serve to expose your enemies." The ones who pretend will soon reveal their true nature, because jealousy cannot hide forever. It always spills out, always shows itself, always betrays the heart it lives in. Type Amen 222 if you are claiming the shield of protection now. This person studies your movements more than you think. They notice when you gain something new, when you achieve something small, when others speak well of you. Every detail you celebrate becomes a detail they use to measure their own pain. They talk to others about you, sometimes softly, sometimes with sharpness, but always with the hidden intent of tearing you down. They want others to see you through their bitter eyes, to believe the story of envy that they carry. And sometimes, those listening begin to shift their view of you, not realizing the words are poisoned by jealousy. But the truth is stronger than lies. Favor is louder than envy, and light will always burn through the shadows. No matter what they say, no matter how they whisper, the weight of your truth cannot be erased. Archangel Michael says, jealousy is their prison, not your chain. You are not bound by their bitterness, you are lifted by divine hands that will not allow your fall. They may think their schemes are powerful, but they are like smoke, visible for a moment, but gone in an instant when the wind of heaven blows. Type Amen 369 if you are rising above every jealous word right now. Their actions may soon take on new forms. A small betrayal, a strange shift in their behavior, or even attempts to make others question you. These are signs that jealousy is moving into its next stage, action. But every action taken against you is already surrounded by divine interception. Before they strike, their weapon will shatter in their hands. Before they speak, their tongue will twist into confusion. Before they plot, their plan will dissolve into nothingness. You will begin to notice small cracks in their mask. The smile will not last as long, the tone of their voice will slip, the subtle envy will rise to the surface. Their true colors are coming, because jealousy cannot stay hidden forever. And when it does, you will see it clearly. You will see how much they hated what you carried, but you will also see how powerless their hate truly was. Because even their strongest attempts could not dim your light. Type Amen 888 if you are ready for the truth to be revealed before your eyes. Their jealousy has turned into a daily obsession. They cannot sleep without thinking of you, without replaying your wins in their head. Every reminder of your progress stabs them deeper, and instead of healing their own wounds, they sharpen their envy like a blade. You may have sensed the heaviness when they enter a room. The air shifts, your spirit feels unsettled, and you notice how quickly your peace gets disturbed. That is not your imagination, it is their jealousy pressing against your atmosphere. The reason you are receiving this message now is because their energy has reached a dangerous point. No longer content with silent envy, they are preparing to act, to interfere, to disrupt your balance. This is not an accident, it is intentional, born from the poison they have allowed to grow in their heart. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear, because you are being shown this in advance." The hand of heaven never leaves you blind. Every jealous scheme is revealed before it can harm you, and that is the shield surrounding your destiny right now. Type Amen 333 if you accept this shield of light today. Their jealousy is not only personal, it is also spiritual. It calls out in the unseen, attracting shadows and whispers, pulling in forces that thrive on bitterness. When you feel sudden resistance in areas that should be smooth, it is often because jealousy has sent its energy ahead. But what they do not realize is that heaven uses even their envy to elevate you. What they speak in malice becomes a testimony of your strength. What they plot in darkness becomes a stepping stone for your greater rise. They are setting their own downfall without even knowing it. The more they target you, the more they unravel their own life. Envy is a trap that never captures the one it aims at, it only devours the one who holds it. That is why you must remain still in spirit, strong in resolve, and unshaken by their bitterness. You are protected not because you hide, but because you are covered. And no jealous storm can penetrate the covering placed upon you. Type Amen 444 if you stand firm under divine covering now. You must also know that this jealous person is closer than you think. They are not far away in another land, they are near, close enough to watch, close enough to know your steps. Their nearness is part of the danger, but it is also the reason they will be revealed soon. They cannot hide forever. Every act of envy eventually leaves a trail, and their trail is already forming. You will see little signs, little slips, and eventually, you will know without doubt who they truly are. The exposure will shock you at first, but it will also liberate you. Because once jealousy is revealed, it loses its hidden power. What hides in the dark controls, but what is brought into the light dies. Archangel Michael says, "Do not mourn when you discover the truth. Do not be shaken when you see the face of the jealous one. Their envy is proof of your rising, and their bitterness is confirmation of your light." Type Amen 555 if you are ready for exposure and liberation. Their whispers about you have already reached ears they did not intend. They think their gossip is hidden, but heaven makes sure their words are carried to places where the truth can counter them. Even now, what they meant to destroy you is becoming your defense. The very people they wanted to turn against you will see the truth. Instead of believing their lies, they will see the pattern of envy, the repeated bitterness, the hidden motives. Their jealousy will expose them before anyone can doubt you. This is how heaven fights for you, not only with unseen angels, but also with divine timing that reveals what no human could uncover. Every moment they think they are clever, they are only digging their own grave. Every word they release against you circles back and burns them. The time is near when their name will no longer be spoken in secrecy. It will be clear, it will be undeniable, and it will be the very proof of who was against you all along. And when that happens, you will not need to fight, the battle will already be won. Type Amen 777 if you believe their downfall is already written. Their jealousy is like a shadow that refuses to leave your side. It follows you when you celebrate, it lingers when you rest, and it creeps in whenever you step into a new blessing. What you feel sometimes as heaviness is not yours, it is theirs, pressing toward you like an unseen weight. They cannot understand why your life shines even when storms come. They do not see the prayers, the tears, the sacrifices that built your strength. All they see is the outcome, and because they do not understand the process, they envy the result. This is why their heart has grown restless. Each time you move forward, they feel left behind. Each time you win, they feel smaller, as if your rise is their personal loss. But heaven has declared that your rise is not dependent on their approval. Your destiny is not in their hands, no matter how jealous they become. Their envy cannot cancel what has already been written for you. Type Amen 999 if you believe your destiny is unshakable. The closer you come to breakthrough, the louder their jealousy will become. They may try to insert themselves into your plans, pretending to support but secretly hoping you fall. They may attempt to twist your story so others see you through their bitter eyes. You may notice strange arguments or sudden conflicts without cause. These are not random, they are fueled by jealousy. They are tests to see if you will be shaken, if you will be pulled into their trap of negativity. But you are stronger than their schemes. You are not built to be broken by envy. What they meant to destroy you will only shape you into something greater. Archangel Michael says, jealousy will never have the final word. The final word belongs to heaven, and that word is victory. You are covered, lifted, and carried into a future their envy cannot touch. Type Amen 222 if you stand in victory today. This person's jealousy is not new, it has been brewing for a long time. They have watched you since the beginning, and every chapter of your life has made their bitterness grow sharper. The more you endure, the more they envy your strength. They thought you would fall long ago. They thought the storms would crush you. Yet every time you rose, you became a mirror that reminded them of their own failures. That mirror is what they cannot stand. It reflects their lack, their lost chances, their hidden regrets. And instead of healing themselves, they point their jealousy at you, hoping to ease their pain by making you feel theirs. But envy never heals, it destroys. And the more they carry it, the more it eats them from within. Their jealousy is not a weapon against you, it is a curse upon themselves. Type Amen 111 if you are rising above their curse now. Soon, they will no longer be able to hide their envy. Their mask will slip, their words will reveal them, their actions will betray them. What you have been sensing quietly will finally be clear in front of your eyes. The truth will sting for a moment, but then it will free you. Because once you know who they are, you will no longer waste trust, time, or energy on their false friendship. Their jealousy will push them out of your circle, and heaven will use that removal to protect you. This revelation will not come to break you, it will come to shield you. It will be the confirmation that your spirit was right all along. And once you see it, you will never doubt your inner warning again. Archangel Michael says, prepare your heart, because exposure is near. The jealous ones are about to reveal themselves without even realizing it. And when they do, you will be unshaken, for you already stand covered in light. Type Amen 333 if you are ready for full exposure and freedom. Their jealousy is now reaching the stage where silence will no longer satisfy them. They are becoming restless, unable to keep their envy hidden, and this restlessness will soon push them to act. What they once kept inside as thoughts will soon pour out in words and behaviors that cannot be denied. They are pacing, planning, thinking of ways to interfere with your life. They might pretend to offer help, but their help will come with strings. They might try to share your space, but their intentions will be rooted in envy. This is why you must guard your atmosphere. Not everyone who comes close is meant to stay, and not every smile is genuine. Some carry hidden daggers wrapped in kindness. Archangel Michael says, do not be deceived by appearances. Look at actions, feel the spirit behind words, and trust the heaviness you sense when their jealousy moves too close. That heaviness is a warning. Type Amen 444 if you receive this warning in your spirit. They envy the way you carry yourself, the way you recover quickly, the way you walk into spaces as if you were born for them. They do not understand that this confidence comes from within, from the strength of your journey. To them, it looks like effortless favor, and that only fuels their bitterness. Every compliment you receive makes them smaller in their own eyes. Every achievement you celebrate makes them question their own worth. They see your light, but instead of learning from it, they want to extinguish it. They are not fighting against you, they are fighting against what you represent. You remind them of what they could have been, what they failed to pursue, what they never had the courage to chase. And in that reminder, their jealousy grows sharper. But jealousy can never overcome destiny. What is written cannot be erased, no matter how bitter their heart becomes. Their envy is powerless against the hand that lifts you higher. Type Amen 555 if you believe nothing can erase your destiny. Their jealousy has already begun to show in subtle ways. A slip of the tongue, a hesitation when congratulating you, a strange distance when you are shining. These are cracks in the mask they wear. Pay attention to these cracks. They are signs of who they truly are. The same person who smiles at you may be the one envying you the most. It is not easy to accept this truth, but it is necessary. Because when heaven warns you, it is not to make you afraid, it is to make you aware. Awareness is protection. Archangel Michael says, this awareness is your sword. It cuts through deception and allows you to see clearly. When you see clearly, no jealous scheme can take you by surprise. Type Amen 111 if you are ready to wield this sword of awareness. They may try to gather others against you, speaking softly, planting seeds of doubt, hoping those seeds will grow. But every seed they plant is already cursed to die. Their words will not take root, because the soil of truth rejects lies. Instead of gaining allies, they will lose them. Instead of turning people against you, they will expose themselves as the jealous one. Their own bitterness will betray them. You do not need to fight them directly. You only need to stay aligned with your path. Their envy will crumble on its own, for envy cannot stand against purpose. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the weaker their plans will become. For every step you take forward, their envy will turn into their own stumbling block. Type Amen 777 if you believe every jealous plan will collapse. They envy not only what you have, but also who you are. They envy your resilience, your strength, your ability to keep moving when others would have stopped. They envy the fact that you rise no matter how many times life tries to push you down. This is why they cannot stop watching you. You are a living reminder of what they failed to become. You are proof that greatness is possible, and that proof burns them inside. But heaven did not raise you to please their envy. You were raised to fulfill a purpose that cannot be delayed. And no jealous soul can rewrite the plan over your life. Archangel Michael says, your journey is divinely guarded, and jealousy is only a sign of how powerful your light truly is. The more they envy, the more you shine, and the more heaven covers you. Type Amen 888 if you are stepping boldly into your shining season. Their jealousy has now become a constant presence, like a shadow trailing behind you. Every time you gain a blessing, they feel as though something has been stolen from them. They measure their life against yours, and in every comparison, they feel defeated. This silent battle within them is why their energy has turned so dark. They cannot celebrate you because your victories remind them of their failures. Instead of healing, they nurture bitterness, and it grows stronger by the day. The dangerous truth is this: their jealousy has begun to transform into action. It is no longer just feelings, it is planning, it is whispering, it is seeking ways to create damage. This is why heaven is exposing them now, so you are not caught unprepared. Archangel Michael says, exposure comes before harm, and protection is always sent before attack. That is why you are hearing this now, because heaven wants you alert and covered. Type Amen 333 if you receive this divine alert. Their jealousy is not random, it is targeted. They envy your relationships, your confidence, your ability to step into blessings they could never touch. They even envy the peace you carry, because inside, their own soul is in chaos. You may notice how they shift when others praise you. Their smile tightens, their eyes flicker, and their words become shorter. These are signs of the storm raging within them. Their envy is not about what you own, it is about who you are. They see in you a strength they cannot fake, a resilience they cannot copy, and a light they cannot extinguish. That is why their jealousy feels endless. But no matter how endless their bitterness seems, it has no power to stop your path. Every jealous thought they send is blocked by the shield around you. Their envy may roar, but your destiny stands firm. Type Amen 444 if you are walking under that shield today. Jealousy makes them restless. They cannot sit still when you are winning. They must talk, they must complain, they must spread their bitterness to others. So they gather conversations in the shadows. They speak about you softly, painting you as someone you are not.